Toi qui marches dans le vent, seul dans la trop grande ville.
It's the capital of the French Riviera, and today we leave Nice in its charm and its wonderful buildings and cafes we get to see once again. And Nice is a city of art and culture, and after Paris it has the most museums in France.
L'important, c'est la rose, l'important, c'est la rose, l'important, c'est la rose, crois-moi. Toi qui cherches.
And behind these glamorous hotels that you see as we drive by is actually the Bay of Angels. From Nice to Paris, it will take us nearly 1,000 kilometers. But we're not there yet. We have a few stops before we get to Paris. We just should suck up the scenery because I think it's pretty good.
Que saltimbanque, l'important, c'est la rose, l'important, c'est la rose, l'important, c'est la rose, crois. Toi, petit, que tes parents ont laissé seul sur la terre, petit oiseau sans lumière, sans printemps.
And here Suzanne found the perfect picturesque stop for a wonderful photo opportunity and some French champagne.
Comme en bohème, t'as le cœur comme en carême, et pourtant.
If you do a German tour, do you get there on that?
You have to become German first.
We did go to a German.
But no, unfortunately, Ian, no beer this time.
Crois-moi, toi pour qui, donnant, donnant, j'ai chanté ces quelques lignes, comme pour te faire un signe, en passant, dis à ton tour maintenant.
We stayed at the Mecure here in Grenoble, and it was everything you would expect from a 4-star hotel. The rooms were large, it had everything you needed. I'm not sure about the Wi-Fi, but anyway, we can handle one night without Wi-Fi. The interior was very plush, very French, but the service, well, I'm not sure. We arrived at the bar, we waited at the bar, when we waited at the bar, we chatted at the bar, and we waited, and eventually we drank at the bar. So this website said that the Mecure here in Grenoble had a spa. The girl on the desk said it had a spa. It's through those doors.
And I haven't found it. I hope I'm not locked in. Oh my God.
So while I was climbing stairs, Katrina and Carol apparently were climbing heights to the top of the city. They took the Grenoble cable car, or as the locals call it, the Bubbles. So since 1934, this cable car was bound to be one of the first urban cable cars in the world after Rio de Janeiro and Cape Town. And since that time, 14 million people have climbed to the top. And the ones that ventured out and took the opportunity were lucky enough to see the city just like this. They took the Grenoble cable car up to the top at night time, so they saw the wonderful lights of Grenoble in its glory. And I guess you could say, apart from the service, The Mecure was, well, fantastic hotel. We had a group dinner here this evening, and it was all French, as was the wine, and the antiques followed. I just knew I would bump into a supermodel when I was in France. Or maybe it's the wine, I'm not sure. And a Mecure breakfast followed the next morning before we set off again to venture through France. Beaune is a walled town at the centre of the Burgundy winemaking region in France. Surrounded by the Côte d'Or vineyards, the cobbled town is renowned for its annual wine auction held at the Hotel Dieu. Recognised by its colourful geometric pattern tiled roof, this 15th century former hospital is now the Hotel Dieu Museum. The town is surrounded by some of the world's most famous wine villages, while the facilities and cellars of many producers, large and small, are situated in the historic centre of Beaune itself, as they have been since Roman times, and with a rich historical and architectural heritage, Beaune is considered the capital of Burgundy wine.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, maybe they know.
And situated on the cobbled square adjacent to the 15th century hospice, the market is a movable feast of smelly cheeses and smoked meats, fresh fruits and still warm breads, with side order of mustards, truffles and relishes, and I just couldn't get enough. I love this stuff. We also stopped here, of course, to have some lunch.
Il fait si froid dehors, ici c'est confortable, laissez-vous faire, milord, et prenez bien vos aises, vos peines sur mon cœur.
We decided to have pizza in France, and
So, you want one?
it's huge. Someone's got the right idea. She gets a normal size lasagna. Eleanor gets a normal size. Yeah, it is. Nice salad. Jeepers, how big.
Laissez-vous faire, milord, et prenez bien vos aises, vos peines sur mon cœur, et vos pieds sur une chaise, je vous connais, milord, vous ne m'avez jamais vu, je ne suis qu'une fille du port, une ombre de la rue.
Going to the toilet in France. What a joke. You've got to put your money in, like so. What goes in? Does it go in?
Yeah, that's it.
You've got to go like that. Oh,
And then
look
that's
here, it goes through.
15 minutes. You've got 15
I've got 15 minutes to squat my stuff.
Mais oui, dansez, milord. Bravo, milord.
Where we go to a McDonald's at home, we get a Happy Meal for the children. Well, here in France, in La France, you can get a Happy Meal for the adults. Straight from the fridge. You can get your chips, sandwich, and drink in a little Happy Meal container. But for an adult, that's super. And you can only get that here in La France.